Welcome to another episode of Capsing Card 716. We're joined today by a special guest, Professor Hatter, and my co-host. Introduce yourselves, guys.
DJ North Shore Fitted here. We got some cool stuff. We're gonna do a collector spotlight on Hatter here. We're gonna talk about the Lids Ultimate Hat Collector competition. Talk some baseball playoff race. We're gonna have some fun today.
Sounds good. Hatter, introduce yourself.
I'm Professor Hatter, otherwise known as Jeff. My real name can use either one. Professor Hatter is a nickname I came up with 3 years ago when I started my hat YouTube channel in the summer. Professor, I was nicknamed that when I was in 5th grade from my teacher, and Hatter, Hattar, is hats in Swedish, part of my family heritage. Between that, how you spell hats in Swedish, Czech, and German, Swedish was the easier one to spell and less accent, so worked out perfectly. So I've been doing a YouTube channel since June of 2018, Instagram as well, and been collecting since 2016 officially. Big Cubs fan.
Very cool. Now, I wanted to touch on something. You mentioned in our other video that John Bear had a pretty big impact on you. And I wanted to put it in video, express to us what it means to have someone like that talk about you and vice versa.
So John Bear, I remember years ago, the first kind of exposure I had to hats on YouTube was the Team Fitted TV, and they had their live shows. It was like every day there was someone from the Facebook group of Team Fitted, and John Bear was the Tuesday night Interstate Report, and nice touch there. And I remember it was him on Tuesday nights, and Joe LaMontagne, the Worst Collector, on Wednesdays. He's from Chicago Joe on Instagram, but especially with Interstate 19, John Bear, just the way he did his show and like all the hats he had, all the history, and kind of like the different things that he had of like hats of like different colleges, like hockey hats. It was just really cool to see, and I kept annoying one of my coworkers at a grocery store I worked at, like about my hat collection and what my ideas if I had my own hat YouTube channel. And he's like, dude, just do it. So I give my credit to the Team Fitted TV, especially John Bear and Joe LaMontagne, for the inspiration to start my own hat YouTube channel. There were other guys out there that had done other videos, Dre616. There was also there's a guy out in Atlanta and ATL Don, but the Team Fitted TV was a little bit more inspirational. I remember Tuesday nights, even if I was at work, I'd watch on my phone, and I would, even if I was at work, I'd be like to my manager, the customer, like, hold on, let me be with you in a moment, so I could keep watching John. So very impactful. He hasn't done a lot of videos since, but he's here and there in the hat community, and really nice guy. And he's very cool to see his hats.
We definitely had a good time with him. I know TJ will concur on that. You know, it was flowing. Go ahead, Teach.
It's actually a great resource of information, all the jerseys he has. I'm a huge jersey head. I don't know if you've seen our videos. Like, I've got a whole rack of jerseys over on the other way over there and stuff like that. Me and him were nerding out, talking about jerseys and stuff like that. He was talking about getting authentics like $100 back in the day. I'm like, I'd kill for that now.
Yeah. No, I started to binge your guys' channel. I had to start with the one with John Bear first, and then I'll go through the rest another off day.
Bridging into my next question here. Hopefully, do you think we're living up to that legacy so far, and how do you think we can continue this?
I mean, because like, I don't know how you had prepped it, but it just seemed like it organically flowed from one topic to another and then to another. One conversation was talking about the team relocations from Oakland to Vegas, all the football and maybe the baseball, and then talking into the jerseys and talking about minor league teams. So it flowed, and it was really entertaining to listen to. I mean, it seems more like a podcast kind of thing, but of course, there's always the visuals of like the different hats here and there to show off, especially the bison hats, the Buffalo Sabres, the black and the red one. That was a nice one to see. Oh yeah, I
know
I'm
this,
working on
this
my
was one of the first snaps I restored, but I do have. What size are you, Hatter?
kind of 7.5 ish.
I might be able to get something similar to this for you. Yeah, that one definitely.
Nice.
It's a low pro, but I don't mind it actually.
Yeah.
I love low profiles.
So we wanted it to be organic. We wanted to be kind of unprepared. And I felt that if we stayed in the lobby too much, and it kind of started happening with John. It just, the second he popped in, we just started flowing and energy. And I said, guys, can we just get on camera? Because I want to start recording now.
Right.
And
good.
And I'm seeing it already with you. So it's good charisma. It's just energy, I love it. And, I just want to hop right into, can you recall like your first baseball game or something with your father or a good friend that, give me something that like either you got a ball or a glove or something that like, tell me, and you're from DC, right?
No, Chicago, northwest suburbs.
Okay.
So
hit me.
My family, when we go to a baseball game as a family, people look at us, doesn't matter what game we go to, a Cubs game or whatever game, like we go on vacation, we try to go to a baseball game. Whenever we go to a baseball game, whatever we're wearing, or when people look at us, what we're wearing, they're like, are you guys okay? Because I'm a Cubs fan. My mom is primarily a White Sox fan, but she's become a Cubs fan. My dad has been a Brewer fan for most of his life, since he was like 17. He indoctrinated and brainwashed my brother and sister to be Brewer fans. My sister kind of likes the Cubs. She'll root for them. I mean, she likes to go to Wrigley to have a drink, but we are a very messed up baseball family. So the only team that we can all agree on are the Blackhawks. Otherwise, football, baseball, we're all separate. Basketball, we don't watch so much, especially baseball. I remember there was a White Sox game with your White Sox jersey and hat on there. It was 2015 Father's Day. We went to the White Sox game because they had the Stanley Cup there, because the Blackhawks had won the cup again for our dynasty. And we had tickets there. We heard the crowd cheer at the beginning of the game outside the stadium because they were showing the trophy, the Stanley Cup. And then we get in there, and I always say that's the worst Father's Day gift we gave our dad, because it's going to a White Sox game, because the style isn't that great of a place. He was wearing a Brewer hat. My brother was wearing a Brewer jersey. My sister was wearing a White Sox hat and shirt, and I was wearing a Cubs hat. And they're playing the Rangers that day. So we looked like we were totally out of place. So baseball in our family, I mean, like, we love it. It's just we can't really agree. My dad has taken me to more Brewer games than Cubs games. And actually this Sunday, they're retiring officially, giving a ceremonial send off to Ryan Braun. And he's like, do you want to go to the game? And I'm like, I want to go. He's like, I'm not twisting your arm. I'm not making you go. I'm like, you dragged me to so many Brewer games when I was a kid. So I feel like I kind of like owe it to go there too. Like, he's been there with the team forever. So baseball in our family is a little here and there, I went to a lot of Cubs games. My uncle, he would have like partial season tickets. So I went to more games with him than with my dad. But I do remember one of the earliest Cubs games that I went to was with my dad. It was a night game. They were playing the Brewers, and it was, I mean, a day game is better at Wrigley, but just going there, taking the L, taking the train was always fun to do.
Yeah, man. I love it.
I'd like to say one thing. The
Please.
Blackhawks aren't big. I'm not a big fan of Blackhawks just because of 2013.
I have a Hawks hat. I wasn't prepared for that. I thought he was out of DC.
I do have a lot of Blackhawk stuff, but
You probably even have the hat, the one from Grandstand and the city flag.
No, I haven't got anything from Grandstand. I know of them, but
probably, but I know
wherever you go. I got all my champion hats in one bag. There we go. The 2015.
oh man, I got my Patty Kane one in the basement. Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the one. Jeff.
good. So I got all three. I got the one from 2010. This was the last one to get. This is when New Era made the championship hat.
Yeah, after we tape, I'll dig up that Patty Kane hat because I know it's in one of
Nice.
my crates down there.
Yeah, it was better when Reebok made the champion locker room hats, and then it went to Fanatics, and it became crap.
I hate the new Adidas jerseys. I like the old Reebok stuff.
All right, so TJ, I'm gonna introduce the Blue Jays into the picture here. Don't mind the style of the hat. Yes, I know it's a red velvet. That has not much to do with this. So we have the Blue Jays and the White Sox. Now here's where my story begins. We're up in Toronto, and my dad has had season tickets to the Bisons for many years, and a lot of the other teams got very familiar with me. And one day we decided to take a weekend trip to the Sky Dome, stay in the Sky Dome and do the whole nine and, enjoy our time being up there and just, watch baseball. And a player recognizes me and he goes, "If you guys are here on Sunday, I'm going to give you my bat." And I'm already shitting my pants, right? So let me flip this bad boy around.
Ooh.
Ryan Anderson
Oh, nice.
hits me with a game-used bat. And it's not broken. He just said, if you guys are here tomorrow. And what's funny about it is he just passed me in the hotel and we're just chilling in the lobby. And he's like, "Yo, Buffalo kid." Because no matter where I would go, I had that green Bison's hat on that you talked about in the other video. And they would just call me Buffalo kid. Eventually they would learn my name or something. But I was always Buffalo kid, and that it made me really happy to, have that kind of moment or a connection with players like that.
That's huge.
TJ, would you like to hit us with anything?
I wanted to circle back. Not that you would know what it's like to win a championship in Buffalo, but I remember going to opening day after 2018, and I remember seeing Gronk with the Lombardi Trophy with it dented. That 2018 title means a lot. We touched on it in the past.
This is the unveiling of this jersey because I haven't shared this anywhere yet. So this is the first time I'm sharing what name is on this jersey live on our chats here. Jeff, you want to guess?
I briefly saw the last number was a 7.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm going to guess Jermaine Dye, the 2005 World Series MVP.
Rusty
Our
Kuntz.
favorite baseball players.
One of our favorite not Hall of Fame baseball players. I bought it. Well, his name is actually pronounced Kuntz, but I had to buy it.
Just for the heck of it.
Well, I bought all of his cards. I bought the Dick Felt card, the Pete Lecoq, all those guys. So they are part of my not Hall of Fame. And it's pretty cool.
Is that the OG Blue Jays? Is that like a Musa, Jeff?
That's a pinky.
This one, yeah, this was from the one of the first pre-orders when they had the team and the World Series patch. I got this, the Braves 95, and then the White Sox 05. This was like one of my first pre-orders. Actually, the second pre-order, because the first one was when they did the Red Velvets and those black and white no side patch, and then pink underbottom. I got the Cubs original pre-order, but then I got a few more from leftovers. So that was early days of the hype.
Yeah, we were all there. I remember
Jersey off so I can switch hats.
remember the pink going, that was my thing, but now I'm all into them. This is an OG one. This is Musa.
Nice.
Gatterman.
I say that I haven't done a list officially, but that, like what you have on your hat and this one too, is like one of the best, I would say at least top 5 baseball logos of all time. It's just the simplicity of the bird and the baseball in the background, because like there are a bunch of teams out there among different sports that like incorporate like the equipment into the logo. Like the Penguins have the stick, or like the Heat have the basketball, but only so few do it well. And I think that this Blue Jays logo is like one of the best in baseball ever.
You guys know
Would argue Johnny Canuck.
Do you guys know the story behind the Bruins logo, the Spoke B?
No.
So Boston is known as the hub of the East Coast. Because most of the trade used to go through Boston.
Yeah. Okay.
So that Spoke B is supposed to be all the different rail lines coming into Boston.
Oh, that's very cool.
You know, it's a nickname, the hub.
I have their hats. Where'd it go?
Yeah, we're gonna have you on for the NHL preview episode, because I know I have at least half the league.
I've got a bunch too. I don't know how many I have. I have a lot. A lot of them are actually.
I have 2/3 of the league in fitted hats, or at least 2/3. I only have a few more to go. Now there is one team that I will never buy the hat for. If someone gives it to me, fine, but I will never buy a St. Louis Blues 50/50 fitted. But
I was wondering if it was gonna be like Nashville or St. Louis. I was curious.
I do have a Nashville. It's a pretty shitty one, actually.
Is it the one where if it shuts its mouth, it'll kill itself?
No. I have it because I have the teams in order. Okay, this is what I got on eBay, and this one was like it's like wet cardboard for the brim. It's like really flimsy. So it's like and like I like to have the NHL shield on the back, but I'm like, I don't care about Nashville. The front is fine. It's got the flag on the side. It's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, there are some teams where it's like, as long as I have something, it's fine.
Yeah. No doubt.
But last Christmas, I was gifted at least 2 St. Louis Blues hats.
Oh.
This one came from Major League Hats, or he's known as Major Hat Villain, PHC.
Yeah.
And this one is Fanatics. I hate 2 things about this. I hate that it's the Blues.
The whole NHL preview yet.
But I also hate how it's such a good hat. It's actually nice. So I'll save the other ones for later.
And
but I've been on a hunt. I've been wanting to do a video on like the search for all 31 NHL teams in a 59-50 fitted, because New Era doesn't have the rights anymore. It's all the monopoly of the Fanatics and Adidas, and
do you have a
it's
Sabres?
trash. So I've been wanting to do a video about like my hunting for all the hats. So hopefully this upcoming season I'll do something, but I need to actually sit down and just record.
Do you have a Sabres hat or what?
Yes, I have. So on the shelf here, I have them ranked in order of how they finished the season. And all the way at the end, I have the Sabres.
Hey, they'll be the first team to finish 32nd, right?
They will be.
I do have 2 other Saber hats that are in my bin, so maybe I'll save that for the next the NHL preview video.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't wait for hockey to come back. The Bruins spent some big money in free agency. There's gonna be big changes with the new goaltender. I'm really excited for.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the Garden's only be at 50% capacity because of the COVID restrictions. So my season tickets got revoked.
Well, I'll give you a green smile, TJ.
My
It's okay.
my two
I'll pay the type for the games.
my 2 teams, my top 2 teams for hockey is Blackhawks
Well, now you
and
got
Vegas
Fleury.
Golden Knights.
Yeah, you got Fleury now, so you're good.
So I will save the story of why I am a Golden Knights fan and why I'm still a Golden Knights fan despite a devastation for the NHL preview video, because it's pretty epic. It's kind of funny, but
You know, Bruins
those are
fan,
my 2 teams.
St. Louis and your Blackhawks killed me.
Yeah,
I mean, the 2013 Stanley Cup, though, that was a really good matchup. That was a good year. Especially, I think it was just as memorable for the Bruins to come back to beat the Maple Leafs in that Game 7, the first round.
It was also the year of the marathon bombing here.
Right, and there was like closely right after, so it was like a real emotional way for the Bruins to spark themselves.
Just won the World Series, and we were really pulling for the Bruins that year.
I did talk about that on the After Dark that was going on right around then, because I'm not sure if I touched on it on your Instagram or not, but when you had me on the other day, but right as say 10 minutes before those bombs went off, my uncle finished the marathon.
I remember that from the thing you had, the video with John Bear. I remember hearing that story.
Yeah, you know, it's just it's pretty surreal, and it's weird to hear and see, and you know, there's times I've felt disrespected about it, and there's times that, you know, I've been okay. So I think TJ lost power here.
I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
So far, I have good battery life, unlike the last time we had our Instagram thing.
Yeah, you know, we're still working on that. We're trying through TF, we're trying to get somebody to make us a hat so we can buy ourselves, donate something, and we're gonna have an update video. And I'm currently working on Miguel Cabrera Jeopardy for TJ here, so he can win some prizes from me. And I told them to brush up on his Tigers and Miggy knowledge. So yeah.
Was that Jeopardy? I got
TJ, show him what I slipped in there.
Huh?
Show him what I slipped in there.
What was it? Oh, the Blue Jays one?
Yeah.
He had that top snow card, but the first time the trio of Blue Jays players all hit a home run against the Red Sox, they did like a 21-3 route.
18-3. Yeah, I will never forget.
Nice.
So TJ, segue us. What do you got next on the sheet?
Want to talk a little bit of the playoffs with the Yankees winning tonight, the Blue Jays winning, and the Sox winning. The Yankees are still a half game out of the playoffs. Your Cardinals beat up on your Brewers today,
Yep.
and now they are 4 games because the Reds lost. They're 4 games out, 12 games left.
Yep.
They're 4 games ahead of the Reds in that second wild card spot.
Yeah.
Crazy year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I saw on the ESPN MLB standings that officially, I mean, this happened back in like early July, unofficially, but officially, the Cubs are mathematically eliminated from the postseason this year. So, but I mean, I knew our season was done after we had our 12 game losing streak after our no hitter in LA. Like, oh, we're so good, we're top of the division, and then sunk like a rock. And then the team blew up at the deadline.
I was really hoping we get Rizzo, but it didn't work out that way.
When Rizzo was traded, it was like just past 5:30 local time, and my dad had texted me because I had seen someone do like a mock-up of Rizzo going to the Brewers and Bryant going to the Yankees and shaving, and I'm like, no, that's not gonna happen. Don't toy with me. And my dad's like, oh, Rizzo went to the Yankee, and like, you can't say that. That I saw that picture already. He's like, no, it's real. I'm like there are rules for baseball, especially for the Cubs. You don't trade to the evil empire. You don't trade to the Mets, and you don't trade to the Cardinals. Southside is okay here and there, but you don't trade to the evil empire. Whatever.
I wanted to segue into that Lids Ultimate competition. A bunch of guys from TF won it the past. John Bear was the first. Pierre was the last one from TF to win it last year.
Yeah.
I wanted to see John takes some really awesome photos. He does these collabs with all his hats. I wanted to personally see what he could do in that competition because John's really good at taking photos.
Appreciate you. Yeah, I will accept your nomination, TJ, and hopefully we can garner some support through our community. You know, we got some good guys in it, and you know, just the normal, you know, shoot the puck. Hopefully it gets in the net. You know, that's the same goal as everything else. You know, you take some photos. Hopefully you end up winning the thing. And the way the grandstand thing has left a taste in my mouth makes me hopefully if I win, that's where my money's going to people that need that kind of support and that extra helping hand. So I'm not, you know, I'm not making a speech or something that like, you know, you have to vote for me so that, you know, people get this kind of extra money or something. You know, if I do get votes and I do win, I will donate all my money to a charity that supports, you know, suicide prevention. So thank you.
Fantastic.
So, you know,
I will enter the hat competition. I've done it the last 4 years now, and I'm on the New Era or FHS Facebook page, and I've seen comments there. I've seen comments on Instagram that people are like, oh, well, you know, I'm not going to enter. There are so many other people that have, you know, bigger collections than me, so I'm not going to do it. I'm thinking, I'm sorry, can you say that again without an excuse? Something within my ear. Can you say that again? For me, I remember my first entry. My first entry was here in my basement on the carpet floor here. I had 78 hats, maybe 79. I had it in the upper 70. I made a little collage spelling out 78 hats, exclamation point, because I could. Of course, I didn't, you know, go any further because, of course, more people had more hats than me. But I've done it every year since because it's fun to kind of make this benchmark. Like every year now, hat collectors like, you know, how have I grown the past year since the last competition? You know, how can I reach out to more hat collectors? Because I've gained a few friends from the competition, and you get to see some of the other creative people out there and gain more connections. So, I mean, in realistic terms, if you have like a small amount of hats, you might not get too far, but that's not the point. The point is to enjoy the camaraderie of the hat community, enjoy the creativity. So if people are out there thinking that they're not going to join because of other people having bigger collections, which it might be true, then I call BS. Because I've been doing it the last 4 years. I even got called out by Lids themselves last year when I called them out for picking the finalists that, for me, I thought had pretty similar collection, because my big thing is hat diversity. That, having different hat styles like dad hats or snapbacks, or different hat kind of things, either like different sports colleges having TV hats or whatever. And they had said in the comment, you said this last year, you say this every year about this, so at least they know. So I mean, the only reason why you might not do the competition is that you might have some time constraints, that you might have some obligations to take care of first, which that I can understand. But if people are out there thinking that they're not going to join because of other people having big collections, that's not right. You gotta have fun.
Some good words by Jeff here, and it looks like Zoom's trying to cut us off here in a couple of minutes, so we will be wrapping this up shortly. But I do agree with your statements, and anybody who wants to enter should enter. Don't think that your collection is too small or too big. Any hat collection, you might have the one hat that I'm looking for and I want to add it to my collection. And just recently I added the 2 bears 1 cave hat to my collection, and then last week they restocked it and I bought 2 more. So you can never have too many of them. So if you're if you're a 3/8 and you got some fire and you want to trade or whatever, man, I got an extra one now. Like, I got 1 to stock and 1 to rock.
Because I think it was, I don't remember the exact word, but it was inspirational from JB, from John Bear, that he had said from early on how no matter how many hats you have, as long as you love your hats, that, like, for me in my collection, the main reason I collect hats is because the hat connects to a person or something that I like about, or a place. So if it has a connection, doesn't matter how many hats you have, as long as you love your own hats. That's what it's all about to be a hat collector. So
Yeah,
that for sure was an inspirational quote that helped me launch my channel from John Bear.
Well, I would like to say that no matter what, I have stories for all my hats. You could say, go pick out your Bisons or go pick out your Blue Jays or Bills, and I can run to the crate, and at some point we will do that. And there's something we like to say on this channel that we've been trying to, and we might start printing this on shirts, or maybe we'll get it on a hat at some point. And it's peace, love, and caps. We want to spread that throughout the community. And you can always take a deep breath. Know you got the community at your side, and you can always reach out to one of us. Or if you're one of those people and you want to extend yourself that way, we're trying to reach that way. Besides the grandstand controversy. So if you want to say it with us, this is how we wrap it up. We go peace, DJ, love, and caps. Perfect. Good night, everybody.